Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of DI We'll See. And today we are building a removable ottoman. Okay, new project. So I want a coffee table ottoman, but I don't want to pay $1,000+ for it, which means I'm going to make an ottoman that will sit over the top of the coffee table that I can remove whenever I want if I just want it to be a regular coffee table. So it's kind of like having a reverse one, only this ottoman you just lift off, fold in half, and tuck under. So here's the coffee table. Lovely. And I will show you the supplies. I measured it. It's going to be in 2 pieces. Basically, we're going to use pegboard as the bottom because it'll make it easier to do the tufts, the buttons that you have to pull through. Tufts. This is tufted. And foam. Let me tell you right now, this shit is expensive. Ridiculous. I understand why people charge so much for this stuff now. So, and then I got the fabric, which I'm super excited about. Oh, that's right. It's the Constitution. It's going to be amazing. So basically, I'm going to have to attach the foam to the pegboard and then cover it in fabric. And I'm putting edges all around it so that it'll sit on the coffee table without moving. And then do the tufting. And I'm sure I missed something in there. I'll show you the finished product. I have completed the initial portion of this project. What do you call it? Ottoman. So you can see it is a cushion. The back is not done yet because I still have to run the buttons through and tuft it. But this is pretty simple to do. I put extra stuffing around the edges, so I laid the cloth down and then I put this on top of it, put stuffing around the edges, then fold the cloth over and staple it all around the edge. And now I am making the buttons so that I could run it through. And it's amazing how much more expensive a piece of furniture becomes when it's tufted, so when it's got these little buttons in it. And it surprises me because it's really very simple to do. So I'm going to show you really quickly how to make these buttons. They come in packets. You just buy them. It comes in this little thing and it's got everything that you need to do it. This is my first time doing it and it's very, very easy. So you have this little plastic piece and this other little plastic piece, and this is basically to use to push the buttons together. Then you have the back end, or the top, I should say, and then you have the bottom piece, as you can see on this finished one, bottom piece. So it's up to you if you choose to use a different color, or you want to use the same color as, the same material as the rest of the cushion. I usually use different color, as you can see here. This is a different material. I just like the contrast, but on this particular one, I'm going to use the same material. So here I have a small piece of material, and it's just kind of left over. So put the material in your little button holder. These are not technical terms at all. I hope nobody professional is actually watching this. And then you put the top inside over the material. So this is what it looks like. So you have your plastic piece, your material, and then you squeeze the top part in there. And then I've been using this plastic piece as a guider because you have to have enough material to fold over before you put the bottom part in. So I've just been cutting a circle around using the plastic piece. And this material frays, so I'm really not sure if I'm supposed to be using glue as well. But I'm thinking it'll be fine once it's all in there. Okay, so then you're going to fold your material over on top of button. And then you push the bottom piece in over the top of that. And you use your little blue piece, open end down, so you don't break the handle. And you pretty much just push till you hear a little pop. Like that. Just a little more difficult on this one. Okay. So, that's it. And then you can just push on the back of the plastic piece and the little button pops out. So you have a completed, whatever this is called. It's probably not even called a button. But it's done. Whatever the hell it's called, it's done. So I've got 11 more of those to do, and then I'll show you how to run them through. Buttons are completed. So now it's time to start making this look pretty. You will want some sort of yarn or twine or something that is substantial, more substantial than thread, because you're going to have something that's strong enough to keep the indentation. A large needle, and then your buttons, obviously. Perhaps some coffee. You will want coffee. Keep in mind you can do this without these items, but it's a lot easier to have them. And you also need your staple gun with smaller staples. So, let me go through how to do this real quick. You're going to want to figure out where you want the buttons before you actually start the process. I placed all of mine, and I put little, barely visible marks so that I know exactly where they're going to go. So you need to cut a piece it's probably going to seem ridiculously long, but too long is better than too short, because you're going to need to run this through to the other side and then staple it, and that's how you get the indentation and keep it. So run one end through the button, and then you're going to run the whole thing through the needle after you fold it in half, like that. And this is to help you draw it through the fabric. And the reason that I chose pegboard as the bottom for this is because it makes it easier to run the needle through. If you have a solid piece of wood, then you're going to have to drill holes in order to get this through there. And the camera just dropped. Now it's upside down. You're following one of my dogs. He's traumatized. You okay, Dobby? Okay? It's gonna be okay. Here, leave him alone. And if you choose to have your animals in here while you're doing the projects, it's up to you. Okay. So now I'm going to run this through my pre-chosen spot. Stop. And try to find one of the damn holes in the pegboard. Okay, knock it out. You two are fighting. It's not supposed to be this complicated. There's a lot of holes. I'll get back to you. I found the holes, which is what I've decided to call this episode. Now I'm going to show you how to tighten and secure them. I've already done one. You can see you pull it through and put a couple staples in. That keeps it from loosening up on you. I'm going to put this right here, and hopefully that stays. So you have to pull the button up enough. This is why you need a strong piece of thread to this is probably also where you're going to need a hammer. If your staples didn't go in all the way. Really, you should just need two, but if your staple gun's being a pain in the ass, like this one, and not actually going through all the way, you may need a few more staples just to secure it in place. And then, once you do that to all of them, you lift it up, and it'll be all nice. After I finished building the ottoman, I decided to make matching pillows that double as a dog bed. And Maddie approved.